been trading for some years now, so I've met traders, and I know of a trader who is completely a fundamental analyst, and the guy they blow account steady. Personally, I'm a very good technical analyst, maybe because of my foundation educationally. You understand? Okay. So it's easier for me to draw lines, draw trend lines, use harmonic patterns, Fibonacci ratios mathematically. Yeah. But I discovered too over the years that I might analyze for a buy and the market will continue to sell. One, because I want to go and find out what happened. Oh, there was a news. Gradually, I began to now factor in that, oh, I have to check what the news of the day is. Like personally, I'm looking at pounds to sell. Now, next week, there's going to be interest rate on pounds. So the market will keep ranging till that news time. And until the pound interest rate comes out negative, the pound will continue to buy. If it comes out positive, my analysis becomes wrong. My technical becomes wrong. And it will continue to buy. But immediately the interest rate comes out negative, they reduce the interest rate, or even just by the mere fact that the number of PMs voting against interest rate increase now becomes negative. My technicals now becomes correct. GU will sell, GBP AUD will sell, all of that GBP JPY will plummet. You understand? It now aligns. So you have to now learn to balance both. If you can balance both, trust me, you will become profitable in the market. Just like last Tuesday, I was selling USD card. I already did a technical analysis using a new ICT concept called the balance price range. I saw a sell technically. What I did was to place a pending order for a sell stop before the news, and boom, the news came out negative, and got my 1:3 in just less than 30 minutes, and I was done for the day. You understand? So you have to balance your technical analysis with your fundamentals. And to now talk about your sentimental analysis, I had a friend recently that he takes his analysis on sentiments. He goes to, I don't want to mention any website. A website you can actually check the current sentimental analysis, and it picks the side with the lowest. It believes that, okay, let's say GBP USD for instance, the percentage of those buying is about 80%, while the percentage of those selling is 22%. It goes with the lowest percentage. In sometimes, you understand, but sometimes too. And I was like, this is working for this guy. So I finished my technicals, balance with fundamental. I'm going to check if we have the lowest sentiments. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So the sentimental analysis is just 50-50, trust me. So balance your fundamentals with your technicals, and trust me, you'll make money. If it's not balancing, possibly you can choose not to trade it. Of course, like on last Thursday now, I was saying USD card sell, GBP USD buy, but AUD USD and NZ USD were already at resistance technically for a sell. So I knew if the news comes out negative, they were going to keep buying, but they were not good places for me to buy from. Do you understand? So I had to take them out as pairs I will not trade if dollar comes out negative. They would have been very good sells if dollar was positive. So you have to strike a balance.
Okay, so Mr. Wilson, thank you for that breakdown, and thank you for making us understand the importance of trying to mix everything together, from your technical down to your fundamental, down to your sentimental. There's no need to feel prior of any. There are days technicals work better. There are also days fundamental works better. Even if anyone can argue whatever, but I feel there are days each of these things work better for you as a trader. So you just have to know, at the end of the day, you just have to know what works for you. And
let me just say a little secret about that. If you're a technical trader, just make sure at your point of entry, there is no news.
Okay, that's one point.
Start with that.
Okay.
Always make sure, as when you want to trade, there's a high economic indicator that you're going to use to trade. So you don't trade all fundamental news. You just use only the ones that have the best fundamental indicators, which include inflation rates, interest rates, CPI,
NFP.
NFP. For me, at least, these are the best think retail sales too. Those 5 are the most important economic indicators for any pair. So you can, as a fundamental trader, fine, you can, it's okay to stick with what works for you. That's the truth. Stick with what works for you, but ensure to do it at the right time.
Okay. Very well noted. So moving forward, it's a very controversial question again I'm about to ask you moving forward. Would you label forex trading as gambling? Because this is something a lot of people outside the financial space, even traders, sometimes accept trading as gambling. I've seen traders who will tell you plain leader, see, this thing I'm doing is gambling. You understand? But to me, I'm also a trader. I don't see trading as gambling, and I know why. I have my own personal reasons why I don't see trading as gambling, but I would like to hear yours first to know why. If you think trading is gambling, or if you believe trading is not gambling, I would just like to know what you have to say on that. Do you think trading is gambling, or trading is not gambling?
Okay, so I'll tell you for free.
Okay, I just want a straight answer on that
Is
before any.
a gambling and will never be a gambling.
Okay, trading is not a gambling and would never be a gambling.
Yeah.
Okay. You can go on to expatiate on that.
The reason why I'm saying that is, if we pick the most gambled sports in Nigeria, for instance, let's use football betting, for instance. The numbers of probabilities is endless. You understand? And the outcomes are numerous, because we're talking about 11 players already, 22 people in the pitch, of a probability of either a win, a loss, or a draw. So it is never systematic or organized. It is chaotic. You end up being emotional about the whole thing. But when it comes to trading, this is a very well systematic and organized market. Let me give you a normal market, for instance. You go to any popular market, be it Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, any popular market, Balende market, Use market, okay, Eleme market in Port Harcourt. Just go to any of these markets and price how much is a pack of Maggi. They'll tell you it's 1,000 naira. There's noise in the market too. Go to the next store. How much is a pack of Maggi? They'll tell you it's 1,000 naira. Now everywhere is chaotic, isn't it? But it's still what organized and system. It's 1,000 naira. It's 1,000. You might be thinking you want to be cheated, but if you now go to 5 stores, you now discover it's the same. The worst you can get, somebody is okay, I bring 950 naira. They just move 50 naira for you. That is like, we call it spread in the market. You understand? Lower, just a little lower price. That is how systematic any market could be. So when it comes to forex market, I gave an instance about the CPI. Coming next Thursday will be the interest rate. Okay, so we have determinants that could make the price of a currency to be weak or to be strong, which are economic indicators. Like, very simple, one of the most powerful economic indicators anybody could understand is the employment and unemployment rate. So we use Nigeria as a case study. Over the years, the unemployment rate in Nigeria is very high, and that is why our naira will continue to be devalued until we solve the problem of production and have high employment rates. Naira will remain weak. That is how systematic the forex market is. So to solve the problem of naira devaluation, if we continue in this trajectory, $1 may equivalent to 2,000 naira in the next 2 years, until we solve production problem and unemployment. And also another powerful indicator is balance of trade, which is the gross domestic product of any country. Ours in Nigeria is always negative. Another powerful economic indicator that is making our naira to become devalued until we now stop importing. You see how intertwined these economic indicators are. We have higher production. Now we are now the one exporting, not importing. Our balance of trade goes out to be positive. Exports exceeding imports. The naira becomes stable and we start appreciating against any currency. So simple as ABC. Okay, so we have unemployment rate. High unemployment rate make the currency weak. We have the gross domestic product supporting imports from exports. Then we have inflation rates. You see, inflation rate in Nigeria is also very high. So until our inflation rate start reducing, automatically the currency will remain weak. So in the forex market, I can determine when the currency is strong and when it is weak using a certain either technical tool or a fundamental indicator. That way I can determine if the market will buy or sell. So with that analogy, with that systematic order, the market is not gambling.
That's a nice breakdown. And if I'm not a trader, if I'm not a trader, I think I would be fully convinced right now that the market is not gambling from what Mr. Wilson just broke down from us, because there is always a reason behind any decision you are to make in the market. It needs to be backed. And just like sports betting, like you said, a lot of people is involved. And this is something you can't decide because a lot of people is involved. The outcome is endless. So forex trading is not gambling, and it has been clearly explained why it is not gambling. So I think that fight over if forex is gambling or forex is not gambling is personally left to you as an individual or as a trader. Whichever way you trade or the style you trade, that will determine if you feel forex is gambling or not. Because as a real forex trader, observing risk management and other things involved, you can't say forex is gambling. Forex is obviously not gambling. That's why it's very important for you to know what the market is all about. Get the knowledge. Without the knowledge, you just going into the market without the knowledge, then that's you gambling. And that's why a lot of people who don't have this knowledge, once they get involved in the market, they see it as gambling. So forex is not gambling. Get the knowledge, proper knowledge, which you can get from InvestFlow, right? InvestFlow gives, you would want to talk about that a little, about the educational aspect of InvestFlow, the system where they teach people from beginners, intermediate to advanced. We would want to share that with the listeners who are watching, who would also want to be interested in getting to know about the financial markets. And again, you made mention of you doing some live analysis on your platform and all that, also on InvestFlow, right? So I would want you to also put that out for those who might be interested, because from what you've said, your live analysis is fire. I've been part of it. I've seen how it works and it's amazing. So I would want Mr. Wilson to pull you guys on his live analysis and also other beneficial aspects for you to gain with InvestFlow.
Okay, so InvestFlow as a broker, aside providing regular educational contents, there are trainings for beginner traders, intermediate and even advanced traders. We also organize master classes. But other than that, every week, I think on Sundays, we do general market analysis from 7 p.m. Then if we have major news indicators, we also do live sections. Like I mentioned earlier, on Thursday, we'll be having a live section for the interest rate for pound coming up 12 p.m. on Thursday this month. So, and we have webinars too, where we do strategy building so that you can master your own strategy and trade yourself. But as to top all that up, we also drop trading ideas on our community channels, both on WhatsApp and on Telegram regularly, so you can, which can help you in your own trading decisions. You understand? So before any news outcome, possibly drop our trading outcome and see how it goes. And most of our traders have been very profitable using our trading ideas.
Yeah, I can attest to that. I can fully attest to that. So if you don't want to miss out on live analysis, live trading, keep up with InvestFlow, sign up. The link would be under the description of this particular video for you to sign up with InvestFlow, join the community, grow with other traders, and you would also be fully guided by Mr. Wilson here, which is our head of education for Africa. So, Mr. Wilson, I would like to ask you another question for our viewers who are watching this video. What do you think makes Investlo as a brokerage firm? What do you think makes Investlo as a brokerage firm special, or what do you think makes them stand out as a brokerage firm for people to use or trade with?
Okay, so over the years, I've actually traded with a lot of brokerage over the years. Okay, and I don't want to mention name. So from this experience, I'll tell you for free that Investlo has one of the best spreads out there in the market. Our Euro USD on our ECN accounts has 0 spread. Our gold is just 10 pips. Okay, and all our major pairs all have 0 spread. That's our bit on our ECN account. We also have normal standard accounts, and we have accounts where you can fund as little as $30 and start trading on a standard account, and the spread is still very, very competitive. Aside the spread, trust me, on Investlo we have swap free accounts. That is for our Muslim clients. Okay, so you can actually trade swap free, and all you just need to do is at the point of opening the account, you just state that, oh, you click swap free and you enjoy swap free accounts. Really, if you are a position or a swing trader and you want to spend longer time in the market, yeah, work swap free accounts for you. To top all that up, apart from all the educational support we do, trading ideas, live trading sections, we have copy trading system, one of the best out there, where you can copy master traders and duplicate their trades. Okay, especially if you are a very busy person and you don't have time to trade yourself personally, you can link your account, and on that there'll be more information on that on our bio. You can find out how you can take advantage of the copy trading system and make money for yourself actually.
Okay, you did not make mention of one thing which I was expecting to hear: the deposit and withdrawal method on Investlo. That's something a lot of people want to know, because people don't play with their money. They would want to know how fast they could get their money and how fast
to invest. We have a lot of different payment options actually. First is the crypto gateway, where you can deposit using USDT, which is actually instantaneous, both the deposit and withdrawal. So it's a very, very fast method of payment. We have the Coral Pay method, which is also instant when you deposit and withdraw. We have the Coral Pay is into two. Either you can use your card or you can use your bank transfer, and that is super fast. For mostly, this is applicable to all African countries actually, and for our brothers in Ghana and some other African countries, there's Jetta Pay and mobile money actually. So there are a lot of payment method on the Investlo platform.
Okay, that's nice. So for an individual out there, for an aspiring trader out there looking to start trading and getting into the financial market, what capital would you advise a beginner to have in mind who is coming into the financial market? What capital would you advise a person to start with trading the financial markets? Because there are some brokers who allow as low as $30 for their minimum deposit, even down to $10. Yeah, down to $10 their minimum deposit. And this actually passed wrong information to a lot of people, thinking they could just come in with that minimum deposit and make a lot of money out of the market, and they end up losing and all of that. So what do you think is the right amount to start with in the financial market? If you want to start trading today, if you want to start trading today with all you've known, what do you think you would start with?
Now, the first question you asked was, what will you advise a beginner to start with? Okay, so before I want to answer for myself, so for a beginner, I believe over the years, there's a pitfall of the paper trading system, which is called the demo account. Okay, I've seen students grow $1,000 demo account to $500,000 to even $1 million. For me, it's a pitfall because psychologically, there are no emotions attached to the demo and paper trading. So I usually advise that you start with a live account. So you can fund as little as the $30, $50, $100 for practice sake, not so that you know emotions are attached. If you make losses, okay, yeah, you can manage them. You understand? So it is when you now become profitable. The minimum I think you can start trading with as a Nigerian should be from minimum $1,000 to $2,000 if you want to treat it as a means of livelihood. But we're looking at an average of 10% minimum. That doesn't mean you cannot take risk and make 100% too. You understand? But let's be realistic. Let's say 10%, for instance. For a $2,000 account, that is $200. If it becomes 15%, that becomes $300. If you're able to make 20%, we're looking at $400. $400 in Nigeria is grossly 600k. That is way above the minimum wage. If you're living with contentment, you should be able to sustain yourself for the time being until you scale up. And that is the beauty about trading, because there are compounding formulas you can use. It's not what you start earning with this year that you can't be on the same level at the same going the same year. So that's just it basically.
So you did not make mention of a price. I don't know.
No. First of all, learn to avoid demo trading for a very long time. Fund a small amount. Yeah, you can start a small amount as low as $50 just to practice. Then I'll average at $2,000 for a good start.
Okay, I just wanted to get that.
Economy states in Nigeria, I'll walk away with 2,000.
What do you think about AI trading? Do you think it's a reliable form of trading? Because right now we could see the high rise of AI trading. There are apps out there who would say just take picture and they'll do the analysis for you, the chat GPT bots and everything. Do you think this is a reliable source of trading or it's not?
Okay, when it comes to AI and forex trading, it's a very broad topic, because we have different applications at the moment. So AI could be used for automation, for assistance, or for analysis. So depending on where you are asking or where you want to apply it. So when it comes to automation, trade automation has actually been in existence for some time, not even before the advent of AI. So it all now boils down on the builder. Okay, so we have AI tradings that can easily double your account and easily blow your account. So it all depends on the builder one. And I'll advise you, when it comes to using AI for automation, you should run your simulations, back test as long as possible. 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Take your time. Have a proven track record before you stake your money, so that you will not lose your money. Okay. Then when it comes to the new AIs for chat analysis and assistance, I've used a couple of them and I think they are good. For instance, if I was to analyze gold now for a sell, okay, and I send that analysis to an AI to analyze for me, now they will actually analyze what they think, if it is right or wrong. It can help you see the market in a different view. Most times it's important to you give the right prompt when doing your analysis. So what prompt are you using for this analysis? So sometimes I use prompts of analysis. I can use my normal support and resistance to do my analysis, but okay, I can pick a topic where I am not too vast in and ask AI to analyze that chart I sent. For example, volume profile analysis. I can ask, okay, do a volume profile analysis on this chart. And once that is now done, it will not give you likely scenarios of possible buys. And if a certain level is broken for a sell, you now know that market is no longer a buy because that level has been broken and it's now a sell. And it has proven to work over time for me. So it can help you see a second view of your analysis to tell you when you are wrong. Because that's the problem when people do their analysis or they analyze the market for a buy. They forget completely that there's a possible sell scenario and they keep adjusting their stop loss, hoping oh, they're just manipulating the market. No worry, the market go buy. The market go buy. Meanwhile, they keep losing money and they're blowing their account. So the AI can assist you to help you see, oh, at a certain break of this level, the market is not currently sell, and can actually give you a possible level the market could sell to, and it's been very helpful. So AI could serve as either an assistant or an automation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wilson. It's really an impactful session with you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your insights. And thank you for also sharing your experience with us. And it's really a nice time with you in the studio. And I hope to discuss with you again and have you in the studio some other time. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, good for having me.
You're welcome. It was a very nice and impactful session, and I hope you learned a lot from this session. Hoping to see you next time. And don't forget to sign up with our brokerage firm. The link is on the description below. Thank you and have a good day.